Alright, baby girls and baby boys. So you want to make the greatest comeback of your life. So focus here. This is a threat. I don't think you truly understand how good your life is going to get when you just start doing the things that you know that you need to do in order to get yourself to the next level. Is it scary? Of course it's scary, but you want to know what else is scary? Looking in the mirror 5 years from now and thinking about the person that you could have become if you just actually started. But it all starts with you being freaking brave. You don't have a knowledge problem, you have an execution problem. The more you execute, the more you win. The more you win, the more you're likely to win further. It's called the winner effect. But on the flip side, if things aren't working out for you, you feel stuck, which makes you feel like you're losing, which means that you're likely to lose more, which makes you feel worse, which makes things get even harder than they need to be. So let's break this cycle, shall we? Not this cycle. First thing first, you have to attach things to time. Time is what reality is. So if we just say that we want to lose weight by the end of the year, but we don't ever attach it to working out and being on a healthy diet 5 to 6 days a week, and actually show up on those 5 to 6 days every week, which we know we lazy asses forget to do a lot, it just stays detached from time. And what stays detached from time stays detached from reality. And this is what causes so many dreams to die. So you have to attach your goals to time. That's when your goals become reality. We're basically going to reverse engineer all of this into existence. And no, you don't have to be an engineer to do that. First, you need a goal. What does your dream life look like? What's your 10-year goal? What do you look like in 10 years from today? Now, choose one of these goals. You don't want to scatter your efforts into many different directions. You want to punch your goals with full force in the face. Now, which is the one that you want to punch first? What are you in a year from today going to be the most proud of? I set 2 goals, one being the ceiling goal, which is the most ambitious goal that I can think of, and the floor goal, which is the bare minimum that I am looking forward to crush. So you have a step-by-step ladder to climb on, because when my expectations are low, I don't quit. And that's important because I'm a quitter. And I also may have a case of undiagnosed ADHD. Alright, so whatever your 10-year goal is, how would you do it in the next 6 months? What? That's crazy! But the idea of Parkinson's law is that work expands to fill the time that we allocate to it. What I like about this is, first, it brings all those big, lofty, impossible goals into the realm of possibility. You actually start to think, alright, what's step 1? What's step 2? As opposed to, I'm gonna definitely do it someday. You actually have to ask yourself, what do I have to do in order to get this done by the end of 6 months from today? And to do that, you need to chunk backwards from your dream to the habits that are going to get you there. Let's say your first goal is to be fit by the end of the year. How does that look like in detail? Let's say by the end of the year, I want to shed 10 kgs of fat and I want to build some lean muscles. Then you move backwards from here. Basically, what would you like to achieve by the end of each quarter? These are your quarterly sprints. In our case, to lose 10 kgs in a year, this will mean aiming at losing 2 to 3 kgs every quarter. Let's say we want to shed 2 kgs of fat in the first quarter, we shred 3 kgs more fat by the end of the second quarter, we build some lean muscles and get stronger and shed 3 kgs by the third quarter, and shred 2 kgs more and maintain that by the end of the fourth quarter. Then you ask yourself, for losing 2 kgs by March, what do I need to do by the end of February? What do I need to do by the end of January? What do I need to do by the end of week 3, week 2, week 1? Maybe by the end of the first week, you want to start by creating a meal plan and a workout plan, learning how nutrition and calorie deficit work, and probably getting a gym membership. Maybe by week 2, you want to show up to the workout 3 to 5 times a week, go on more walks, quit sugar, and start meal prepping for healthy protein recipes. These are your daily goals. Another example is, let's say you want to earn $40,000 per year from your side hustle. That is $10,000 every quarter and $3,000 to $4,000 every month. Now you have to figure out, what do I need to do daily to make this happen? That could mean spending 3 to 4 hours on the weekend making digital products, or if you're starting from scratch, building a skill that you could monetize. You get the point. Here you come to know what are the daily habits that you need to build. More importantly, what are the habits that you need to get rid of to get yourself out of your own freaking way? Success is equal parts about about what you're not doing as it is about what you are doing. For example, losing weight is far easier if you just eat 500 calories lesser than if you were to burn 500 calories. A penny saved is a penny earned kind of thing. Similarly, when you play a video game for 5 hours or you spend similar hours on social media, you now have fewer dopamine receptors, and those fewer receptors will result in less motivation for you, worse concentration levels. You literally become dumber, dumber, and slower. Take it from a former addict. But if you just deleted a few apps from your phone, A, you'll get hella bored, and B, you have a lot more time to pursue your goals. Look how the turntables have Look how the turnables have tabled. You have to have a group of habits all strung together, done repeatedly in a way that works for you. This is your system that will help you climb up this mountain. A habit tracker like this will help you stay on track and measure your progress if it's not otherwise apparently visible. Every time I have a game plan and stay on track, I get results. Every time I stray away from it, I lack results. We tend to overestimate our abilities next week, so we don't really take action first until we feel prepared. But being good at something requires extra hours, extra effort, and extra dedication. Not really extra planning, extra waiting, and extra overthinking. You're never gonna be 80, 90, or 100 years old in your deathbed thanking yourself for playing it safe. No one knows what they're really doing until they really do something. So the sooner you start something, the sooner you can start sucking less at it. And of course, you'll feel the weakest before you're strong. You'll feel the dumbest before you're smart. But when you choose what is required over what is easy, that is when your life gets really better. I always thought intensity could outwork consistency, but I've been wrong every single time. It comes from the 20-80 principle that 20% of your time gives you 80% of the results. For example, a simple habit of writing a to-do list every night before you sleep so that when you wake up, you know exactly what to do. Or my mom's favorite, just do it for 5 minutes. And boom, turns out it's been 55 minutes of hella focused work without you even trying. Or when you don't feel like you want to go to the gym, but you put on your freaking sneakers and boom, you're at the gym. So the only failure that you could have is the failure to not show up. So now I have a question for you. Who are the people who are actually helping you to level up your life? You have fear of failure because you care too much about how other people perceive you. The reason you're stuck is because you're looking at other people to decide what you should do. But most people have a thing for dragging other people down. But you don't dim your light just because it hurts other people's eyes. You gotta accept people as they are, but you also gotta place them where they belong. And that is mostly out of sight for me. Do not overshare just because someone is being nice to you, you idiot. Don't do acts of service. Do acts of disservice. Say no. Displease them. Don't be shy. Life is too short to learn from your own mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. Give bad advice. See the consequences. Adapt. Turns out the most successful people have failed harder than 99% of the people. And that is because you only fail if you try. But here's the catch. If you don't give it a try, then there are 0% chances that your goals will come to reality. But if you do decide to give it a try, then there are at least 50% chances that they will. So, as Michael Scott says, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So what will you choose? By the way, choose me. I mean subscribe.